It is my honor, my pleasure. I've got Annette Adler right here, socially distant, safe away. But so great to have you here, and your husband as well. Thank you. I'm sorry, my memory's as short as my...
This is my husband, Bob.
Bob!
Yes.
Outstanding. Great to have you both here again. The last time we met was, 10 or 12 years ago?
I honestly can't remember, Bill. It's been many years up in Mammoth.
It's been too many.
I can't thank you enough for having us here today.
It's my pleasure. So, Annette, we just had a song by her play, It Feels Forever. And we were discussing, well, how'd you get into music?
Oh, my goodness, Bill. How did I start?
Tell me your life story in the next 5 minutes,
how much time
would
do
you?
we really have? That's the question. How did I get... I think I was born singing. And funny enough, when I was super young, I had a really hard time finding the pitch. In fact, my sister used to make me be the audience when she would sing Hooked on a Feeling. She'd make me stand in the back, and she's like, you move up and down. You're the singer. Or you're the audience. I'm the singer.
You couldn't even do the Ooga Chakas?
Yeah, I had to be the Ooga Shaka person, right? I was like, come on. So it was my great pleasure to sing at her wedding.
Oh, nice.
My sister is amazing. But yeah, so how did I get involved? I started singing when I was super young. I started playing classical guitar in elementary school. And then I did the choirs and the musical theater in high school. And in college, I started singing in weddings. And that was probably my most favorite gig so far. Was
really?
besides up to now, singing in weddings, and that was amazing. And then I got into music with Capital EMI, and that's where I met all my EMI girls. And I have to say thank you to Shauna for putting you and I together.
I love Shauna so much. She's such a dear friend.
Yeah, she's easy to love, that one.
She is. Steve is too.
Yeah, he's a good guy, and it goes back to all of our EMI girls that a couple of them met their husbands at EMI. Pretty amazing. Our friend Linda and Pete, they met there too. And let's see, Pam and Charles. It's amazing that the story goes on. But so yeah, I started working there at Capitol Records, and I kept singing at the weddings along the way. And then when I had kids, I needed to stop, and I needed to find a way to keep going. So I started singing at the preschool and teaching music at the elementary school. And it was a good way to keep it up.
And you obviously found your pitch. I still haven't found it.
I find that hard to believe. I think everybody can sing.
I can prove you wrong.
I love that Karen Carpenter song, Sing. Don't worry if it's not good enough. Just, sing a song. I bet if we tried right now, you could.
We don't want to do that.
It's a challenge, Bill.
I don't like to back down to challenges, but I will, for the listener's sake, back down on that one.
I do find it hard to believe.
But I mean, the deaf refuse to read my lips when I sing.
Particularly now with the masks on, it's much more difficult.
It really is. But so we were discussing different songs, and you mentioned Sister Harmony.
Sister Harmony. So
tell me about Sister Harmony.
It takes me right back to that story I just told you. That so my sister and I, once I did find the pitch, I started playing guitar and making her sing with me. And so we would spend hours, just hours in the bedroom singing together. And our mom would stand in the doorway, and our dad would just say, come on, one more. And I get a little bit of chills still talking
That's
about
awesome.
that. Yeah, they're gone
that.
now. And so it just makes me get the chills. It's just such a happy time. And then when Bob and I had our boys, he was always putting baseball at them, but I was always throwing music at them. And when they were in the bathtub, I'd play the guitar for them and make them listen and say, you're doing music now. And so they became very musical, heavy into the trumpet and the a cappella and beatboxing and all through high school and college. Yeah, so it was my greatest joy to then watch the boys singing. And I wanted to find a way to put that in a song, and it took me a minute. And at my last birthday party, we all got up and sang Wagon Wheel together, and it gave me
that's one of my favorites. I love Wagon Wheel.
Me too, and it was such a fun moment, and that's where I got the inspiration. And you can hear it in the song that it definitely wholeheartedly inspired by Wagon Wheel. But that's Sister Harmony, yeah.
Well, let's give it a listen.
Thank you, Bill.
pray to God I see headlights. I made it down the coast in 17 hours, picking me a bouquet of dogwood flowers, and I'm hoping for Raleigh I can see my baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Running from the cold up in New England, I was born to be a fiddler in an old-time string band. My baby plays the guitar, I pick a banjo now. Oh, North Country winters keep forgetting me, and I lost my money playing poker, so I had to up and lay. But I ain't turning back to live that old life no more. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Walking due south out of Roanoke, I caught a trucker out of Philly, had a nice long toke. But he's headed west from the Cumberland Gap to Johnson City, Tennessee. And I gotta get a move on before the sun. I hear my baby calling my name, and I know that she's the only one. And if I die in Raleigh, at least I will die free. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me.
So that was the Old Crow Medicine Show with Wagon Wheel. Because you were talking about that, and I can definitely hear Sister Harmony and Wagon Wheel.
The influence.
I hear the influence. You definitely didn't copy it, but yeah, I can definitely hear the influence, and it's really cool. You're saying that you're not the only member of your family on that song.
Right. That song, I forced everyone to sing with me. I told my sisters, start warming up. You're going to be singing on Sister Harmony. And then the boys, I said, it's time. I need you to sing with me. And so they came in. And it's funny, though, because they're better trained musicians than I am. And they had absolute opinions about recording. My producer, Aaron Liebman, is a lovely man and was super patient with all of us while we worked out the family dynamics.
Very good. Yeah, one of the first people that I met in the business sort of, before I actually got into the business, were the Cowsills.
Oh, right.
And I'm still good friends with Susan she lives down in Nollins now.
That's incredible.
And yeah, the family dynamics can be really interesting. And thankfully you don't have the parental dynamics that they had. But I'm sorry, like me, both of your parents have moved on.
Right, yeah, it's not easy.
No. I mean, for me, it's been coming up on 19 years since my mom. My dad, 31 years.
Right.
And it doesn't get easier, but...
it has provided clarity.
Yes. Oh, my gosh, it's just so amazing, the clarity and the different things where I find myself sounding like my mom and my dad. and it's not a bad thing.
Right, because you understand the wisdom.
And which brings us around, in my own little way, to family.
Well, funny enough, though, Bill, I don't mean to interrupt. I know
Please
it's your
do.
show, but the song you played as we were walking in, It Feels Forever. People tend to think it's about a relationship with a spouse or a partner, and really it was about my mom. I woke up one morning and couldn't sleep, and it was because she's gone, and it feels forever. Yeah.
Kind of like Bread, Everything I Own. I always thought that was a song about a girl.
Right.
It's a song that he wrote about his dad.
Yeah. It's their parents are woven in many songs, I'm sure, and that's
Yes.
the trick, right? Making them sound a little more universal, so they speak to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I think for our generation, that type of song about missing our folks rings true because, yes, so many of us have lost them. And
Right. So I relate to what you were saying. It's been
Yeah.
many years for you. Mine is my dad's been 10 years now, 11, and my mom just three and a half or so. So
Yeah,
it still
so-
feels very fresh.
yeah, my folks, they started having kids kind of later in life.
Mine too.
And then I was the fourth, and we were spaced out 5 years apart.
So you're almost the age of the grandchild, really.
So, yeah.
Yeah, us too.
My favorite thing, I have a lot of friends that are Vietnamese. And the last child, it's called Oop. It's like, whoop. One more. It's got a O with a little ear on it and a T. But yeah,
That's
whoop.
amazing. My mom was so sweet. She said I was the bonus.
That's kind of similar to what my mom used to say.
I chose to believe.
Yes. Yeah, there's, second brother was always the squirrel. That for different reasons I won't get into right now, just in case he's listening.
We'll have to unpack that another
But-
day.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel old. The brother closest to me just retired after 41 years at Boeing this Friday. So I was like, oh my gosh, this where time is moving on.
My sister's 30-something years just in a furlough. I'm pretty sure she's retired now, and she's listening. Michelle, I think you're retired in the fastener business in the airline industry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she might have worked with him. Who knows?
Could be. No, he was more in aerospace.
Yeah, her too. Yeah, I
things
said
that-
airline, but it was aerospace. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They sell fasteners. So yeah.
Could be because
Yeah.
he worked a lot with a lot of contractors. He was kind of the liaison between the government and the contractors and the subcontractors, making sure that everything met standards and came in
Right.
close to budget anyway.
Right. Yeah.
So you've got that beautiful song that I played yesterday that we're going to play again, The Family You Choose. There's got to be a good story on that one.
There's a, like I said, Bill, when I need to stop talking, just stop me because this one goes for a little while. But there is this
2-3 minutes.
All
and
right,
then-
we'll see. Let's. So we're gonna take that back to when my dad passed away. My dad passed away probably 2009, and so my boys were young. They were still in elementary school, and our friend Sherry married this man around the same time who came into our lives, and his name was Dave Pearson. And it turns out he was the chef for the Dodgers for 50 years. He was the executive chef for the Vin Scully press box. And
Wow.
yeah, and he was probably one of the most lovely men I've ever met. And he was super duper into jazz and baseball. So my kids played the trumpet. They're both pitchers. It couldn't have been the finer mix of people to come in and take over as a grandfather for my kids. And he says, you're mine now. I'm now your grandpa, let's go. And so he was the most lovely man. And when we'd spend family time together, he became family, and he'd give me a hug at the end of the night, and I'd say, I love you, David. And he'd say, we're family. And I'd say, we're the family we choose. And he said, 100%. And I took that on to move along. Both my sister's husband and Bob, they both have wonderful families, and they're very big and all of that. But Michelle and I grew up with just our parents. They were only children.
Both of my parents were only children.
So you get it. So no aunts and no uncles, no cousins. So all of a sudden our neighborhood said, well, I'm your aunt now, and I'm your aunt. I have an Aunt Betty and an Auntie Eva and Auntie Rose and Auntie Jean and tons of aunts and uncles that just sort of adopted us. And then we took that into our world. We had the husband's families, but anyone now that it becomes our friend becomes our family. Some of our best friends live in England, and family we choose. We miss them desperately, Matt and Nisha and the girls. And And then it comes into our smaller circle in our friends that we work with, my EMI girls, Shauna, Teresa, Pam, Linda, all of those, Laura. Did I miss any of them? Anything?
But you don't want to miss
right?
any.
You got to be careful when you name names. But all my girls, when we started working together, we were so lucky to be together in such an amazing period of time, because I don't think the music business is the same anymore in that
No, it's not.
feel the love kind of way. And so today I would love to dedicate that song to you, Bill, for
Bless your heart.
being
Thank you so
being
much.
so encouraging and supportive of my music, and to Shauna and all the EMI girls
Oh,
for
heck
being
yeah.
the family I choose.
The ones we wanna be with, we seek out their time, comfort in their presence, lives intertwine. Friends that you look for, the ones you can't lose, the people who are crucial become the family you choose. With them, more is better, not less is more. Easy to be with, laugh until you hit the floor. Nothing else to look for, we've got nothing else to lose. Spending time with our people, the family we choose. Time past doesn't matter, pick up from before. Constant love and chatter, leave wanting more. Friends that you look for, ones you can amuse, people who are crucial become the family you choose. Always feeling better when you're with them, seeking out ways to see you again. It's the friends that you look for, the ones you can't lose, people who are crucial become the family you choose. It's the friends that you look for, ones you can use, people who are crucial become the family you choose. It's the friends that you look for, the ones you can't lose, people who are crucial become the family you choose. The family you choose. The family you choose.
Yeah, that's Annette Adler, who's right here, right in front of me. It's always so cool to have that with her husband, Bob, taking pictures and doing fun things. That was Annette. We're going to do a quick break, do the news, and then we'll come back with more with Annette Adler.
Alt 92.5, Sierra Wave Radio, KSRW, Independence. We cover the Eastern Sierra.
So I'm back with Annette Adler. Bob's over here taking some video. Hey, Bob. And so it's so good to have you here. It's been too long. We definitely have to do this again, not 10 years distant.
Anytime, Bill, I will come up or down, depending where I am in
Well, you know
Mammoth
where I
or
am
LA.
now.
You be careful what you wish for, please, because we tend to show up.
Awesome. We'll give you the home address, too. My wife makes great Thai food.
Oh,
if you like
this
that.
story's getting better by the minute.
And then I'll, like I said, I won't cook and I won't sing for you. So it just gets better and
Well,
better.
yeah, I have Bob for the cooking. Yeah,
Okay.
because
Yeah,
that's my
I-
way out of it. But I still don't believe you about the singing. Now I know you're a musician, and a well honored one. So I don't
Yeah,
believe you
back
that you
in the
can't
day.
sing.
But yeah, I just wanted to play drums.
Me too.
I
But I'm
just
terrible
wanna-
at rhythm.
I was a Carl Palmer fan.
Okay.
And so I wanted to be like Carl Palmer. It's before I met him. And
And then your parents said, no, you have to play the violin.
well, the school said, well, you have to learn the violin first. Okay. So I learned the violin in 4th grade.
You were lucky. That's not the case anymore.
No.
Yeah.
And I appreciate what I had 3rd or 4th grade.
Yeah, it was probably 4th.
And then I ended up doing the All-City Orchestra at the old Long Beach Auditorium before they tore it down and built the Terrace Theater. And then finally got to junior high. Well, you have to learn a real instrument before you can play drums. Okay, well, violin, we don't do violin here, so you have to learn a different real instrument. Great, okay. So then I learned the baritone horn, which is, for those of you that don't know, it's like a little tuba or like a trombone with valves.
But
And
super
then-
cool.
Super cool. It's kind of like the current version of the old euphonium that was big in the
Right.
Civil War bands.
Super cool.
And then I had to finally got to play the drums, but I made All City Band and All City Orchestra on the Barry horn.
Did
and
you
then
get to
in
do parades
percussion.
and things?
Some?
Okay.
Just as they, it was kind of like just as I would age into different things. Then my brother, who was a fantastic drummer, he was in the Rose Parade and all this. When it was my turn, we've discontinued the Long Beach,
Yeah.
the all district band. Now we're not going to do that anymore.
That happened to me. He had a great choir teacher in high school. It was amazing. And then mine retired right before I got there. Yeah. Bummer.
Yeah. Then we had a great band director at Long Beach City College that was also big at Disneyland. So they opened up all kinds of doors for my brother. Then he retired just as I got there.
No Disney for you.
No Disney for me.
It's just not fair.
No. So, and then my daughter ended up working for Disney for quite a while. But,
That's incredible.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's working for Disney right now.
Not right now. It's a little tragic, truly.
Yeah, 28,000 people.
Little
But-
tragic.
Yeah. So anyway, we were talking about Color My World.
We are, but Bill, if you don't mind, just one
Please
second.
go for it.
There is one EMI girl I forgot, and Donna,
Uh-oh.
I sure do love you. You've been there for me all along the way. So, Donna, that's my shout out. Don't
Okay,
hate, don't
very
hate me.
good. Don't want to leave Donna out. No.
Never.
Don't want to leave anyone out.
Never.
No. Because you can't take it back once you forgot. That's why I don't name names.
That's right. Well, I'm learning that the hard way.
I learned on a couple different reasons not to name names, but good and bad. Yeah,
But Donna, you do color my world, and there is a transition there.
that was smooth. You've got a future in radio. Actually, probably no one has a future in radio.
Well, I tell you what, Bill, I'm going to invite you to my house anytime you're in LA. You have an invitation to my show called Annette's Duets on
Fantastic.
YouTube, and I'm
Do
going
I
to make.
have to sing?
Yes, that's part of the deal. Annette's Duets. Now, maybe I would let you play an instrument or something if we need a workaround. You know, it's my show. I can make it up as we go.
True.
So anything to have you in my space.
I can. I will certainly give you an off-air audition. And let you decide. Yeah, maybe we'll just have you play the woodblock instead.
The kazoo. That'd be all right.
Kazoo. You kind of have to have pitch on a kazoo too. We'll see.
Yeah, we will see. We
Yeah.
will see.
So, Color My World. Tell me about that beautiful
So,
song.
Bill, they're back to my parents again. This all sort of goes home. Color My World came from an opportunity to sing about my childhood home, and I tried so many different ways to write that song over the years, and nothing was hitting. It just wouldn't come, and I was super frustrated. And all these country artists were writing these fantastic songs about their houses and their homes, and I thought, gosh, why is this not coming? And one day, Bob and I went to the house. So my parents had their house from 1968, and they've been original owners. Now they're gone. We still have the house. And he's pointing to me. I don't know what. We always argue about this. 58. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
I was afraid the shine off the back of
I
my
know. I
head
was like, wait, what did I miss? And it's funny because I usually get it right the other way. But since 1958, they've had their house in Chatsworth. And we had just such a fantastic growing up there that I really wanted to honor the house. And one day Bob and I went, there were some renters in the house, and we went to fix the house and whatever. And I walked in the door and it hit me. It was the front door. And that was my angle, my way into the song was the front door, because it's this plain door, very plain, except it has panels of glass. And you can see these doors still around our neighborhood, but none of them have the colored panels. And I have to believe that was my parents. They were a little bit artsy, and that they chose those panels. And like I said, super unique. You don't see any other house with the colored glass. And I thought, that's it. And I went home and the song fell out. And that's Color My World. And what makes it more special is it took a pandemic, but we're finally selling the house. And so within the next month or so, it's probably going to turn over hands.
Are you going to take the door?
I want to take the door in the worst way, but it's a special order, and it might take forever, and it might have delayed the transition of the sale. So I've got a little note in escrow. Hey, if you're going to remodel and throw the door away, I will come get it. Otherwise, I had a little photo session with it, so it is well documented.
Okay. See, and this key here on my key ring, that's my parents' front door.
You totally understand me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get
They
it.
said they've been gone 19 and 31 years.
Yeah,
But I can't take the key ring or the key off the key ring.
right. You are appreciating my
I
sentimentality.
am, definitely. I'm a sentimental fool among other ways.
Thank you, Bill. I appreciate you letting me tell that story.
My pleasure. So here's Color My World.
Plain white door featured colored glass. Gave the family home that vintage class. Warmed the house and said, love lives here. Rays of sun shined through each stained square. Glass of red, yellow, green, and blue. Colored my world each time I passed through. And I said, swing me out and swing me in. Cast me to the world and call me back again. Paint my life with possibilities. Shadow me in and blanket me. Color my world. Color my world. Colored glass door never broke all these years. Proof of its strength, it guarded all our fears. Once it opened, it shined away. Rainbow hues gave us a brand new day. Glass of red, yellow, green, and blue. Colored my world each time I passed through. Swing me out and swing me in. Cast me to the world and call me back again. Paint my life with possibilities. Shadow me in and blanket me. Color my world. Color my world. Now new faces light that colored glass door. It's still got love to give forevermore. Glass of red, yellow, green, and blue. Colors the world each time they pass through. And they say, swing me out and swing me in. Cast me to the world and call me back again. Paint my life with possibilities.
It's Annette Adler with Color My World here on Alt 92.5, the Sierra Wave. Annette, it's been such a pleasure having you here.
Bill, I can't thank you enough for the opportunity. My first time on the radio as an artist, and it feels just incredible. And I
know
so
at my
appreciate
age,
you.
my first times usually aren't this pleasant. First time breaking a hip.
I took a long road to get here, and now I'm able to revel in it even more.
Well, very good. Well, you know the way now. You know my new location. So, yeah,
Such
anytime.
a pleasure to be here. I truly appreciate you. Thank you. And
Likewise.
Shauna, too.
Oh, gotta love Shauna. And Bob, great to see you again. And in the meantime, it's a little Blind Faith.
Come down off your throne and leave your body alone. Somebody must change.